welcome Harry Potter to my Diffindo challenge. To complete the challenge, you must find the completion star, which can be found in a hallway just above you. Try to get to it as quickly as you can. If the challenge timer reaches 0 before you have the completion star, you lose the challenge. Along the way, you will find challenge stars. Collecting challenge stars will boost your timer and score. I highly recommend you try to find all of them. Try to get the completion star with as many seconds remaining as possible. The higher your score is when you complete the challenge, the more house points I will award you. Some vines and plant growth can cover doorways and openings. You can use Diffindo to cut through them and clear your path.
Will this demote Scourge? Yeah, probably. Everybody, it's Pac-Quaza here. That's a Diffindo challenge. Here's the thing about the Diffindo challenge. I got a sore opinion about this challenge. Like the idea that it lasts forever. Probably doesn't. If anything, it has an average length. You know, probably. I'm not a fair judge. It just feels like it lasts forever. It has like 15 stars. And it's just... Now, Diffindo on its own is an awesome spell. I mean, these cutting vines thing, it looks like it's a ripoff of Scourge. Or it's demoting Scourge to a certain path. Because really, what else spells would you prefer there to be? I mean, really. You have to be somewhat restrictive. Oh geez, no. Keep going, Harry. No. You're right next to the snail. Oh yeah, so Silver, right there. He sees you coming before you do. Man, that's one tough snail. I push you. I'm just gonna climb up here for a reason. I feel like this has a purpose. I feel like that purpose I actually recognize and is useless. Alright, so we push them into their areas. This doesn't look too bad. Second star. Wait. Oh, screw that. Look. No, actually, this first star is 14 stars. This level's huge. Alright, so right here. Oh, that just gets rid of the text. Oh. Oh, that just gets rid of the text. Alright, down here is a secret area. Though, it would be more beneficial you didn't recognize this was here. And that is Peeves. Yeah, did you expect that? No, I didn't expect that the first time. I'm pretty sure that's Peeves.
Once you have separated a hawk lamp from its stem, you can pick it up and throw it.
Alright, now this gnome right here, I'm gonna release because he's an idiot. Gnome, get out. Here's the thing about gnomes and horklumps. No, you're not seeing that wrong. They make beans. I'm not going to be utilizing that trick. That's all. That's all I'm going to say about this. You can throw these just like you can throw beans, which is slightly annoying, but oh well. Alright, ride that up. You're supposed to climb up from one to jump to the other, but riding it's easier. Faster too. For the speed runs. Okay, that stops you from getting fall damage. You're supposed to cut that, then jump from that to that. Oh, this is gonna be a while. What do you mean this area is secretive? I think it's straight out... Alright, now the thing about this level in Diffindo, this is the point where Tree Bark, if you didn't think, like, is the point where you shouldn't buy ever. Because they give you massive amounts of quality that Flubber Makers cannot compare to. Oh yeah, Diffindo also cuts those ropes that hold things together, which is not really to the point of ectoplasm, but it's awesome. It's cool. Plus Diffindo has even more purposes. It's not just a ripoff of Scourge. It's not awesome. It's this.
Spiky, prickly plants. Shoot their spikes when they get too close.
You can get rid of spiky bushes that shoot their spikes when you get close to them, but does the exact same thing when you get rid of them. Really, these appear in only very few levels, and they're so minor you hardly notice they appear in those levels. Wait, I usually thought they only appeared in one other level. Apparently, I then remembered a level I usually forget about. They're just that minor. Same as another enemy that Diffindo deals with. Oh jeez, I landed on you. Alright, let's go through this area. This level. Why do I have such hard feelings towards you?
Can be used to cut other things too, Harry. Try it on that Harry. Try it on that spiderweb.
Yeah, it gets rid of spiderwebs, which is more used than the actual vines that you started out with. Spiderwebs become more of an importance to recognize than the actual vines themselves. But right here, we get a lot of stars. You see, we got one right there. We get one right here. And we get one down here. So they give us a lot of stars. Plus Lumos effects right here. I guess that's where the 14 stars comes from, but come on. 14? It's for a level where you don't have an effective way to get around, which I'm referring to the next spell, but I'm not going to spoil it. This is just long. Now you push that block down, so you can come back here and push this block to get the secret open, which is effective, I guess. Kind of cool, actually, but I don't know. I like this game already, so. Bottomless Chasm, finally. I missed you. Yeah, you can't actually get that if you already let it go, so acknowledge what you do first. Oh. Hey, how are you? See, they didn't even forget about the ectoplasm in this level. The level that's ripping off ectoplasm's idea of a wall. I don't need you. Alright, so this seems very random. I don't know why that's there. And see, this is holding it down now. Let's go. Diffindo has a lot of properties to it. It's a universally good spell. It's actually not a ripoff of Scourge at all. Though immediately it seems like such. Just not as a creative idea as ectoplasm. Yes, Harry Potter. Okay, moving blocks. Yeah, just get through them. They go back apparently, huh? And they keep going. Well, how do they expect you to get through that and then get the gnomes? More time when there's going to be Horklumps, there's going to be gnomes to support them. You can use Horklumps to separate other Horklumps more effectively, is the idea I think they were going for. Because gnomes are just a nuisance. I don't feel like getting out gnomes. Though the heads do annoy me. Oh jeez.
That is the venomous tentacula. Don't let them get near you. The light is very nasty. Diffindo can be used to both stun creature and sever its arms.
Alright, so Diffindo cuts the arms if you aim to the arm, or just stuns the plant entirely. So yeah. Alright, you hear that sound? That is the sound of your Wiggin-Tree bark for the rest of the game. Great. This is a gruesome game cutting off their heads. You see that bark that's exploding apparently just randomly like that? Notice how I called it bark? They will usually turn for the direction if you're close enough. You can like walk over their heads. It's ugh. Hey, it's the star they mentioned. Okay, those.
Tree spirits that guard wiggin trees. Cast Diffindo on them to make them disappear.
Notice when I killed these things with Diffindo, it gave me Wiggin-Tree bark. No longer will you be in any debt that you need Wiggin-Tree bark for. But first, we need to make it up here by not releasing that second vine and getting it in a cool, long secret. Well, I will admit, Diffindo has properties of a very good spell. And I like some of its features a lot. I do not like the spell challenge. It's just long and feels really long. Longer than it actually is. I'm sorry. It's just not appealing to me. But then again, you have to have one least favorite, so might as well be this one. I don't technically need to release these, so I'm not going to. Because I'm lazy like that. Because I'm lizard like that. Ow. Where'd it go? There you go. You can hardly see Wiggin-Tree bark too, that's the problem. The problem about these bow truckles is you can hardly see they do give off Wiggin-Tree bark. Which isn't explained to you, so you gotta know. Or just find random Wiggin-Tree bark everywhere. Alright, charge at me. Charge at me, continue to charge at me. No, you're supposed to land in the... You're supposed to land in there. Now, I don't like how the spiky bushes are a returning feature from Harry Potter 1. They are smaller and less prominent in this game, but this is a much larger game overall. And while I would wish they used the spiky bushes a little more, they are awesome for a hazard. I just love them. They're nostalgic to me. Oh yeah, very good secret right there. Cut it down and then walk into it. That's a secret area. Alright. Alright. Alright, I must express my pains here. I'm gonna show you. I'm going around checking Lumos. If the light reaches something you can interact with, it will. Now this path is gonna be a bow truckle. And things. But the thing is, if you head up this path, you will notice something. What is not being used? Lumos. Not even for this. And I'm trying to make it here with Lumos. I've checked debug mode. There's nothing behind that wall. Literally, that Lumos has no function, which freaks me out. What? Why? If it has a function, sure. Why is it not obvious? Why can't I find it? Where's the function? Why is there still ectoplasm? Jeez. This is already better than Zelda. Oh wow. That was impressive. Oh wow. Alright, cut off that head. Cut off that head. Cut off that head. And cut off that head. I like the cutting off heads thing. It feels a little bit cruel that you can't just stun them. It also feels weird that they're not continually biting. Which, and the fact that they can move around in one level, that's, yeah. so they're not just stapled to walls. Yes, chocolate frog. I think we're getting near the end. Yes, we are near the end. In fact, this is getting that save book is basically like reaching the end. Oh, skip that cutscene. That just shows you there's a wall that released itself right there, along with chocolate frog right there. And I'm assuming that that's there so you don't get screwed, but you're too slow. These snails are too slow for my own satisfaction. Alright, there's a secret right here, but we're not getting it yet. Because we want to get the snail encounter first. Alright, now that's the last encounter, the last problematic thing you'll have for this entire level. Now, we want to, this is great. Take the snail, open the secret, the extra snail, continue to push it into the secret area with the snail. Isn't that brilliant? They covered all bases here. Now, if you leave this chest unattended, it'll land perfectly right there. Which is well planned. Well planned, I say. I like it. And then the music will stop, and everything is peaceful, because literally, that's the end. Get chocolate frog for our good work. I'm assuming there's like one down there or something that I skipped, is what I heard. No, that's the beginning. That's the beginning of the freaking level. You could see it from the beginning of the freaking level.
Well done, Mr. Pot. You have completed my Diffindo challenge. The remaining time now becomes your personal high score.
All percent, I'm done. Don't forget, I'm done. I finished that, I'm done.